Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Jerred Moon. The Garage Gym Athlete Podcast is a result of my desire to build better humans, unequivocal coaches, and autonomous athletes. I've spent the last several years obsessing over program design, nutrition, and every other way you can optimize human performance. This podcast distills the latest scientific research with what I've learned and blends it with the not-so-scientific field of mental toughness. We are here to build you into a dangerously effective athlete. If you enjoy this podcast, you can find out more about our training at garagegymathlete.com. And if you want to pursue more into the field of coaching and programming, head to endof3fitness.com. Thanks for listening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast. Jerred Moon here with Joe Courtney. What's up, Joe?
Back with interviews.
Yeah. And we're also here with Stephen McFall. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys this morning?
We're good. Looking forward to getting into this. Joe's always good. I speak for him, actually. So
usually my proxy.
All right, man. So give us the basic intro. What you do for a living, how you train, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
Sure. So I'm Stephen. I'm 32 years old. I live in Pennsylvania, just outside of State College. I'm married, been married for 6 or 7 years now, something like that. I have two little girls, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I am a school psychologist for work. And my school year just got over, so enjoying the summertime now.
Nice.
For training right now, I have a basement gym as opposed to a garage gym. We moved a little over a year ago, and my wife took over the garage because she didn't want to park her car in the snow. So I'm stuck in the basement with no windows, which is not nearly as good, but it works. My setup is pretty basic. I don't have a barbell and weights anymore. I sold those when we moved just to kind of save space and recoup a little money to pay for moving expenses. So my main thing that I use is a sandbag.
Nice.
I love my sandbag. That was the first real garage gym equipment that I bought. And then I have a set of 1-inch adjustable dumbbells that I bought some extra weights for, and I use those. A kettlebell, a pull-up bar, some suspension straps. They're like a generic TRX.
Nice.
And an Airdyne. I have an AD6, I think. It works pretty well.
That's awesome, man.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
And how long have you been doing the garage gym / basement thing?
So we moved out to Colorado right out of grad school. And I was doing some at-home workouts. I've done P90X and stuff in the past. So I was just doing some videos, doing some home workouts. I tried a couple of the gyms, but they were always super crowded, super busy. I wasn't a big fan of that. So I slowly started, I got the sandbag and I was using that, and I got the pull-up bar. And then the neighbor across the street from us, they were moving to a different house, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want this barbell and weights? My kid doesn't use it and we're just going to get rid of it." So I got a free barbell and weight set and started using that. Yeah, it was huge.
Do you plan on getting back a barbell and weights?
I don't know. I haven't decided. I like kind of the functional everyday aspect of the barbell or the sandbag. I also have a sledgehammer and a tire, and I'll just go out into the yard and beat the crap out of the tire and then flip the sandbag over my head. And my neighbors probably think I'm super weird.
Dude, it's so fun. At Hurlburt Field in Florida, which is where I was stationed for a while, all the outdoor gyms they had giant tires and sledgehammers. And it doesn't matter what I was doing. I would find a way to put that in my workout. It'd be at the end of the workout or something. It's just so gratifying to, bang on that tire with a giant sledgehammer. So much fun.
It is. It's so much fun. It's great stress relief. And it's an easy thing to program. If you're struggling with what to do for that day, I'll do like a 10-minute AMRAP or something where I'll beat the tire for so many reps, and then I'll do like sandbag cleans or toss over the head or something just to get like the movement both ways.
Yeah, I bring up a tractor tire to Emily about once a month just to see where she's at on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, because in other spots we've lived, primarily our last house, she's like, where are you going to put that? It's just going to go in the garage. Like there's nowhere else to put it. But now we have some space, and she's like, still kind of like, where are you going to put it? I'm like, well, we have lots of places to put it. Where do you want me to put it? And yeah, so I'm working on her slowly.
The new HQ.
Yeah. You can't see it. There you go. That's awesome.
I embarrassed my wife because we were going through a walk through our like new neighborhood. We didn't know anyone. And this guy was cleaning out his garage and he had some old tires in the back of his truck. I was like, hey man, is that garbage? And he's like, yeah, why? And I was like, can I have that tire to hit with a sledgehammer?
Have that garbage?
And my wife's like standing there. She's like,
hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I think that's very true for garage gym athletes at times.
Yeah, definitely.
So what was the big reason behind starting the workout from home?
Just not really digging the gym, just always crowded. And with like during the school year with our work schedule, like we're up early and out early. So I'm not like I can't wake up any earlier than I already do. And then working out in the evening has got to wait till the kids go to bed. And then it's like super late. And it was easier just to walk out to the garage or walk outside and do a workout than to pack everything up and drive to the gym and unpack everything and work out. And by the time you get home, it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of ease of convenience was how it started. And then I loved it.
Awesome, man. And are you chasing any goals right now?
Yeah. My biggest goal right now actually is just consistency. I'm the model of inconsistency. I usually like hit it real hard. I'm doing really well for like 3 months. And then all of a sudden it's like life happens and you start missing workouts, and then you spend 3 or 4 months sitting on the couch not working out at all. So I'm just my main goal right now is like 4 to 5 workouts a week for at least a year, just to build the habit and keep things consistent.
Yeah, it's that's like one of the only things I track religiously is like workouts on the calendar. And it can be eye-opening at times when I don't know, you feel like you miss a day here and there. When I very first started tracking them, I would just, work would get busy or something happened to the kids and I'd push this one off. And then by the end of it, I'm like, well, that's 5 workouts less than I wanted to do this month. And it's funny how that can just sneak up on you. And then once you start tracking it, you really realize what consistency actually looks like and what it feels like. And over time that habit builds. So I think struggling with consistency is something that happens to all of us all the time. But that's awesome that you're getting after it now, man.
Yeah. And following the programming from you guys really helps with the consistency, because I'm trying to get as involved in the community as I can, just because that helps. Like if I put some information out there and I talk to some people and put some posts on, it makes you feel a little less isolated. I like working out by myself and doing the garage gym. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little encouragement from people. But when I was doing my own stuff and making up my own workouts, it was really easy to just fall off because you weren't really keeping track of anything. And like every day it was just kind of like, well, I guess I'll do some push-ups and go for a run and swing the kettlebell. But following the programming, I think helps a lot to keep me honest.
Yeah. I think randomness for me would make me not be consistent. If I was just walking into the gym and I was just like, I don't know, maybe I'll throw that around. That'd be fun for like a week. And then after that, I'd be like, what am I doing? Like, what am I working towards here? I was talking to a guy yesterday. This is a video guy who came over to my house, and he is a CrossFitter, went to a CrossFit gym and the pandemic hit. And he was like, he's like, oh, your garage gym's awesome and everything. And then he was telling me how he was trying to, when the pandemic hit, CrossFit gym shut down, he tried to work out at home. He's like, I made it like 3 workouts in the pandemic in the garage. He's like, and then I just quit after that because working out by yourself sucks. And I was like, yeah, it's something we all garage gym athletes, I think, take for granted. Like you said, you enjoy it. Like you're wired differently than other human beings, and I think that's really hard for a lot of people to do.
You send him the link to How to Train Alone, 7 Reasons.
I did give him the book of Killing Comfort. I guess signed the book and gave it to him. I was just maybe let's
nice.
give it a read before
Power
bed.
move.
All right, man. So I think you maybe kind of hit on it. Was there anything else pre Garage Gym Athlete that you were doing that we should know about?
I mean, I started kind of working out, lifting weights. I grew up in a really small town. So high school was 7 to 12. And I started playing football when I was 9. And then me and my friends were excited. We got to go to the weight room in 7th grade. So started lifting weights and doing kind of like, it was like a mixture between like bodybuilding and like football workouts. Did that all through high school. I blew my knee out my senior year of football and then stopped kind of working out after that. Was super inconsistent through college, through grad school. After grad school, and we moved and got the house and stuff, and I wanted to work out more and be more consistent. I was kind of, and I kind of just got over this not too long ago, but like super arrogant and thought I could do everything on my own. Like, I know how to work out. I know how to put together like a push-pull legs workout. Like, it's not that hard. You can read stuff on the internet. And it works to a degree, but you're not going to see the results that you want to see just doing like 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps of just basic exercises. And it took me a long time to figure that out, and just like pulling different wads from places. And I got the brute force sandbag, and they send out daily workouts. So I was working that into my workout routine. Saw some results, but then inconsistency kind of took over, and kind of finally figured out that I couldn't just do it by myself. You guys, your ads and stuff were popping up on my Facebook. So I went to the website, read some articles, listened to the podcast. I think I signed up for an Into 3 fitness account in like 2017.
I pulled it up before I was like, hey, he's been around for a while.
Yeah. I like slowly eased into it. Like, you don't want to make any rash decisions, but I got the standalone Hard to Kill program, the 6-week program. I love that. And then I just kind of slowly gathered like the one-man system when I had my barbell. I got the Garage Gym Athlete book. I got the Killing Comfort book. Just kind of stepped it up. And then finally I was like, I just need to do the daily programming. Like, I just need to make the commitment and jump in. So I think it was last March, April sometime that I finally went for it, and it's been great.
We wore you down. Just
one
book and program at a time.
That's right. Well, and the best results that I saw was when I was doing like the Hard to Kill program, and just the mixture or the balance of everything, I think, was what I was missing. And I really saw the benefit of that.
Awesome. So how do you like training in your basement?
It's good. I prefer the garage, but I know that I'm probably not going to win that fight.
Yeah, I would lose that too if I didn't run this company. Like, that's the only card I have, is like, this is our business. Like, what do you mean I can't have the garage? Otherwise, I wouldn't be in there. She'd be like, you can work out outside. It's fine.
Yeah. In Colorado, it was great because we had a 2-car garage. And so I could put my stuff along the sides and like move it out of the way if we needed to pull the car in. But the garage at the new house, there's stairs on the one side that go down to the basement. And then there's like this weird closet in the front. And then I've got like a workbench on the other side. So there's just no extra room. But the basement's good. It's got one window, so I can kind of see some light outside. The ceilings are tall enough. I'm super short, so the ceilings are tall enough for me. It's not a big deal. And
say where you live now?
I live in Central PA, right outside of State College.
Okay, so it still gets really cold in the winter. So at least you're not dealing with the elements as much and like having to pre-warm your gear or anything.
No, in Colorado, I had a buddy heater, like one of those little propane heaters, and I had an electric dish heater. And I would go out and turn everything on like an hour before I was going to work out and let the garage heat
up. That would
up.
be me. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I only got a small sliver of that when we had those very out of place winter storms, and I don't remember the bottom temperature, but it was like a single digit in the garage, and I was like, this isn't fun. More respect to all my northern and northeastern friends who are doing that, but I guess it's probably pretty like mild in the basement. It probably doesn't get too cold, or is that not true?
No, it's not bad. And we've got some ducting down there, so there's a little bit of heat, and some AC in the summertime keeps it nice. I just wish I could get outside a little bit easier. Like I like to do Murph on Saturday. Well, kind of got that from you guys. So I built last summer when we were stuck home for the pandemic, I built my girls a big wooden swing set, and I got a trapeze bar that has like 2 handles that hang off of either side. So I just go out there and I do like my inverted rows on the trapeze bar and run around the neighborhood.
So that's how you do it. See, another thing, I tried to convince Emily that we should, dig some giant posts, pour concrete, put 4x4s, and have like a permanent pull-up bar in our backyard. But she was like, that's not what houses have. Like houses don't have that. That's not what you do. And, but that's what I got to do. I got to build a play set for the kids and
Well,
just
they have
work
those
in
too now.
a pull-up bar somehow. And then it's for the kids. It's not for me. It's perfect.
I've seen it posted on somebody's posted a couple times on our group. There's like a pull-up station, a dip station, some other things. Like I forgot what it is, but it's a legit play set, but there's actually the exercise things built in. I think there's even rings attached, something like that, but it's actually like a play set you can get. I think there's a rack for a barbell too.
I think Rogue should just get in this business. Like
play sets.
Like it's got some kid stuff on it, but then it's got like a squat rack that can fold out and like pull up bar, or maybe that'll just
$3,000 play set.
It'd be like $9,000 to be honest.
I think that's definitely something that could go in the DIY corner.
Yeah,
like workout play set.
Yeah, I'll start working on that.
Building a jungle gym.
Oh, cool, man. Let's get into some of these other questions. What's the hardest workout you've ever done?
I don't really I don't have like a background in CrossFit or anything like that. So I just recently started within the last 2-3 years of like hitting the Meet Yourself Saturday workouts. And I would have to say probably the hardest one for me would be the EO3 5K, because my running and my cardio is trash. So trying to keep up with those run times and the calisthenics in between, I would say that's probably even harder for me than Murph.
Yeah, there's a lot of running in that one. If you don't enjoy running, EO3 5K is not fun.
No, not really.
All right, in your opinion, what's the best activity for building mental toughness?
I was thinking about this. One of my favorite things to do is weighted carries, any kind of weighted carry. So sandbag, I'll throw it across my shoulders and go for a walk. And then throughout the walk, I'll move it from my shoulders to like a Zerker carry to in my hands to one shoulder to the other shoulder. And just try to walk kind of as far as you can. And then you figure out that you've got to walk all the way back. And that'll make you have some conversations with yourself, to not put that sandbag down.
That's also the description of the only event we want to run whenever we feel like we might be able to do that. Just
basically
heavy objects with no end, and we won't even tell you when it's over.
It's over when you fall over.
Yeah.
Right. I have a ruck too. I got it from Go Ruck. They have like a discount for educators and first responders and stuff. So I got a pretty reasonably priced ruck. And I use that a lot. Same concept. I grab my dog, go for a long walk, and your shoulders start screaming, and your legs, surprisingly, like your calves start burning and your legs start burning, and then you got to get back. So
yeah, ruck to a pace is very, very difficult. I feel like if I just put heavy weight on my back, I'm just not a fast rucker. So like I have to set a pace, like, okay, a 14-minute mile or a 13-minute mile, something. And then once I do that, it's like game on. Like it is hard to keep that pace and becomes very challenging, very fast.
Yeah, you definitely got to move with a purpose. And I have a German short-haired pointer, and she'll drag me for 5 miles. So she sets the pace.
That's awesome. All right. If you can only have one piece of equipment to train with for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would have to be the sandbag.
I knew
You can
it.
do anything with it, man. And you can't kill it. I mean, I've drug it. I'm not supposed to, but I've drug it in the driveway. I've thrown it as far as I could throw it, beat the crap out of it, and it's great.
Nice. What is something you want to add to your basement gym?
My wife
Number
could
one
answer this
ad.
question. I want a rower. I've wanted a rower in the worst way for a long time. I've done some rowing in the past, and I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoy it more than like the airdyne or air biking or anything else. I think it's a great kind of full body workout and something that I can do like cardio sustain for a while. I like it. I need one.
Cool.
Awesome, man. Well, what is your best advice for all the garage gym athletes out there listening right now?
I would say just don't get frustrated, especially if you find that you're kind of falling off the wagon a little bit. Sometimes you fall off, you get right back on. Sometimes you fall off and the wagon kind of runs you over, and sometimes it runs you over and drags you for a little bit. But just get back to it, start over. Don't get frustrated when you start over if you lost some, or you'll get it back pretty quickly. I feel like for those of us who have worked out for a long time, you kind of have like a base, and you can kind of start building things back pretty quickly. So just work through it. Don't get frustrated. It'll get back.
Awesome, man. Well, Stephen, I appreciate your time today. I also appreciate you being you're just around the community for as long as you have, going back to 2017. So I do appreciate that as well. And for everything you've shared here today, man. So I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. This was great. It's my first podcast.
Yeah, you did great.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Garage Gym Athlete podcast. If you want to learn more, go to garagegymathlete.com. You can learn about our training. Let us send you a copy of our book, The Garage Gym Athlete, or you can even get featured on the Garage Gym Athlete podcast. Thanks for listening.